before, I don't believe Stossen was in last month's Challenger Cup finals. I don't think he's actually fought Vector Man in tournament.
I don't believe so. I know Stossen was in the final week. I believe got 9th place in the final week of season 3. So
Okay.
it was those weeks he'd made in the top 8 of the league which had somewhat kept him from being in the finals. But we are going to be at our winners finals, which is going to be Doc versus Johnny in the Dark. I mean, this matchup, like I said, we've seen this all the time in the North American Pro League, but it's going to be a lot of range from both parts. True 50-50s when it comes from Tarkhan, somewhat fuzzy ball 50-50s from Ronin Takeda, but pressure. I mean, that's the thing. If you get a good read on the Tarkhan pressure, then you do get a full combo as Takeda with the meter back forward.
You said it yourself, like Ronin with the very unorthodox but very effective zoning game. Against a character like Tarkhan,
you can't
it's going to
really
be quite susceptible. I can see Tarkhan being susceptible to that.
I don't know. You can't really zone Alien as anyone. There we go. Johnny going for immediately in for the trip guard on the side of Doc.
There's the stagger.
Oh, the
presses
blocks,
buttons between.
I got to say, blocks so far from Johnny have been very good.
Gets the air to air, but no stamina is confirmed. Finishes the string as well, keeps himself safe. Johnny playing very smart at the moment.
And again, though, I don't think I agree with how often Johnny goes for the flip and just jumps. Like, you are negative there.
But then it's on his opponents to enforce that as a thing they can't do. Because again, if you're not going to get punished for it, you're going to get stopped, then why wouldn't you do it? Going to use the bar to confirm. No, doesn't spend any bar.
Yeah, I think if he spent the bar that late, he might have not got as much gravity. And Doc just trying to go for the wake-up backdash. You can't really hold a jump in there because Tarkhan would have chipped you all day.
And
the chip damage on those wreckers
as well.
Yeah, the chip damage on those wreckers are quite silly.
And there's a full whiff on the back 3, full jump in, but Johnny has to use 2 bars to keep himself safe. Nice anti-air. If he had stamina, maybe Doc could have got something off that, but didn't. Oh no, goes to the blade call, and Johnny with a full punish, leaves him standing. Didn't get a lot of damage, but at least had a good situation to get some more meter.
Unfortunately, he finds himself in the corner. Nice, gets a good use of that. You very rarely see that actually go against Alien, but I mean, just at that point, Johnny ever so slightly going for just that one string that cannot be armor broken. Nice restand into running as well, and Doc, just like that, reversing momentum in his own favor.
Now, do you think that's a degree of matchup knowledge? Because Doc went for a meaty down 3 on Johnny's wake up. Johnny went for a wake up armor, wake up launcher, and Doc blocked in time to do the button, but still block the special itself.
Well, that's part of that setup. It does it against a lot of wake ups where the down 3 from far away will occupy the armor, but then Takeda will recover in time to then block what comes. And then, you know, he's blocked it, and it's either a punish or they're negative, and he can just go in and force this pressure anyway. So it's not all bad. It's definitely not all bad.
Very meter-intensive round from Doc, but gets a full jump in. Johnny once again forced to break. Tries to get the punish, doesn't quite get it in time. Catches the overhead, but no confirm. I don't think... Does he have the blade, or has he thrown it already? No, he's thrown it now.
Doc always ready for those down 2 anti-airs as well. Is he going to challenge? Try to challenge and press a button, but without meter, you absolutely cannot do that. Nice delay as well. Johnny thinking he's going to go for the rest of the string. Eats a full grab, and Doc absolutely in the driver's seat in this situation. It does hit confirm the string. Ends it early.
Chip damage territory, and there we go. Johnny has to press a button there. If he blocks, guaranteed death for sure. Clean first game to Doc. Johnny did take round 1 though, so definitely showing he can fight back. I think it was just Doc really got his game going, and Johnny wasn't really able to do much to stop him.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. Johnny was actually, it was a good situation in the first round because he was kind of able to get his offense going and kind of keep it, but the other 2 rounds definitely just found himself in the back foot.
No, I assume this is going to see something we'll see from Johnny a lot. Like I said, this is the first time I've seen him play, but I have heard he has a good Tarkhan, so I expect we'll see him stick with his guns. Tarkhan definitely not a character that seems to struggle with anything in particular, so I don't see why he would change. But I guess we will have to wait and see. Doc moving into game 2, 1-0 up, looking to take all 3, is it? Or has there been 4?
I believe it's been 3 cups. I do believe it has been 3 cups because it was yeah, Doc has been just consistent in all of them too.
Well, he's won every CIS Cup that we've seen him in so far.
Hey, let's not forget Doc's qualifying spot in the Season 3 finals was due to that Challenger Cup entrant.
Definitely.
Oh, and he gets that as either punish or Johnny's pressing buttons. Either way, going to eat a full combo.
Oh, it gets scouted with a wake-up armor. Doesn't spend the bar, though.
But that's the thing, unfortunately, his damage output wouldn't have been the greatest, purely based on the fact that he had his blade on the floor already. So he only really could hit confirm into back forward 2 for the hard knockdown into pressure.
Now Doc decides to break as well. Both players quite starved for meter at the moment, but Doc trying to set up this full screen game. And there we go. Nice prediction on Johnny just to get the dash through, just to cover some space without using stamina and trying to fish for that back 3 at the range, just trying to make Doc respect it. Oh, wow.
Oh, challenging it. I mean, the blade drop is slightly plus, but nowhere near as plus as the quick call. So Johnny, nice scout there and challenging that plus frame.
Is this going to be the kill? Is that enough? Yes, it looks like it is going to be. Wow, nice. Definitely respectable 36% damage. And Johnny takes round 1 of game 2. Could we see a repeat?
Oh, no, that's exactly why he went for that. Tries to go for the trip guard and then eats a full, almost a full combo right there.
Now, the thing is that Johnny whiffed the back 3 and then tried to press a button on its recovery, and just on whiff, that normal, it takes so long to recover properly, so I'm not quite sure why he pressed buttons, but Doc did make him pay for it. Is he going to spend the bar? Try and get that 2? Is he going to trade? Yes, he is. Another 2-bar to 1-bar trade for Johnny.
But I think that was a really, really good trade for Johnny in that situation. Oh, no, almost gets a full jump in as well. Whiffs it. Yeah, we're not seeing Doc go for the staggered back 1-1 pressure at all. Oh, and again, the second he does it, Johnny does challenge it with the down 3, challenging every single piece of offense with no meter, but all buttons. It's working out for him.
Spends his bar again. I mean, Johnny really, he can afford to be quite lax with this bar because he builds it so fast, especially when Doc's defending as well as he is right now.
Now, you do wonder if that string's unsafe. We very rarely, if ever, see that string used. A lot of respect there from Johnny. Finally tries to challenge it. I believe that was a down 2. I'm not sure if that was an execution error or he just did the wrong option, but...
Oh, wow. Doc could have killed him if he used the bar in that combo, though, but decided to go for the restand for the relative risk, because he had the bar, so he could have broke if Johnny did get the reversal, but he would have starved himself a bar. But did manage to get the read.
That was a nice hit confirm on the 2-1, and that's going to be respectable damage into hard knockdown, 33%. Jumped himself into the corner, though. I'm not sure. Oh, well, it's going to work out for him. That could have gone very pear-shaped, but Johnny eating a full jump in anyway.
Oh, wow. Gets a stagger back. Well, let's say staggered. He gets a good use of back 1-1 in pressure. That could have been death. Oh, nice throw. Looking really bleak for Johnny at the moment.
And the blade's still on the floor, so he's still going to get those plus frames. Oh, and he just gets tagged by that final part of the string. So Doc, I mean, that was, again, I was looking kind of bad. I was looking kind of bad for him, but he just pulls it back. It's now 2 games up. Johnny on the back foot has to reverse 3-0 if he wants to go into the grand finals on the winner's side. Doc, once again, like other Challenger Cups, is sitting very pretty at 1 game away from moving into grand finals in a comfortable situation.
I just don't think he's got any pressure at the moment. Like, he's been in this situation before. Johnny opting to go for Kotal Khan instead. Yeah, War God, definitely a character that fits MKX very well. Now, when I say that, I mean just, and this is something I've actually said a bunch before, but really just plays the game well. Good buttons, good range, good normals, good armor, good meter build, good meter usage, good jump-ins, good anti-airs, and if you can have all of those, then you know that's great. But the thing is, it's going to be great armor against Ronin. So how well could Ronin armor break, aside from using the quick call?
Oh, but he starts off by getting the accidental meter burn grab. But to be honest, I feel like by changing to War God, he's somewhat downgraded. I am a strong believer that Alien does War God way better than War God does. So what's the point? Like, he's gone to War God now.
Universally, or just a variation?
I just feel like Alien in general, like the ability to turn every string into a 50-50 with full combo punishability and sets up potential in that. Good limbs, good mids. Like, Alien does all of that, and War God does it too, but Alien just does it better.
Oh, there we go. There's the punish. Doesn't turn it into a death combo, though. Not enough, and he might pay for that. Gives Doc a chance to survive. Jumps clean over the Meatburn Sword. That could have been a huge mistake, letting him live. Oh, my word. Looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Is he going to spend the bar? Looks like he will. Yes, he is. Forced to break again. That could be... I mean, even if he wins the round, he took him so much bar.
Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, my God. I was about to say, that break was a fantastic trade for Doc because he's got the natural range and can keep War God at arm's length. But whipping that string and just giving Johnny that free back 1, that was all it took.
Nice 28% combo. Oh, wow. Wake up buttons from Doc. Is going to eat with a neutral jump kick at least, though. Could have made him pay more, but at least it's a little bit of damage.
Does get the reversal without the blade, though, so his only form of damage will come from 29%.
Oh, presses buttons after a block down 1. Doc showing too much respect. Pressure. Doc blocking everything right now, being really, really, really good. Oh, but no, there's the armor scouted. Johnny with just enough patience drops the combo. That could be a big mistake, but at least he still has the corner pressure. Using the plus frames, Doc finally manages to poke out.
Johnny, oh no, I'm not sure what he tried to do there, but Johnny has got the mix-up potential now. Goes in for the back 1-4. Very, very unnecessarily, I have to say.
I think he was just trying to enforce the back 150-50. He had the bar, so he was ready. Like, he committed to the low.
But the thing is, he hasn't really thrown out any 50-50s yet. Like, he's actually just, it's more been strings themselves. And now, Doc is potentially going to win.
Oh, there's the armor. Knows the string's unsafe. Thinks Doc's going to press a button. That was really smart from Johnny, actually. Very, very impressive.
That was either he expected Doc to let go of block after that and try and press a button, or he did the overhead as a 50-50, because let's not forget, War God does have the ability to chuck not a true 50-50 because there are gaps, but in that situation when you can't take a single hit, anything will do. So that was either he thought Doc was going to let go and press a button, which he didn't, or a 50-50. Either way, bet his final bar on that. If that went pear-shaped, might have been quite bad. But
I mean,
it was a good read.
It was a risk, but it was a very, very educated risk, because like he knew Doc was going to press a button. That string is normally unsafe. All he needed was chip damage at that point. Even if Doc fumbled the punish, all he needed was for him to block. And Johnny knew that. It was really, really smart.
Okay, so signs of life from Johnny. He now has 1 game on the table. Has to win 2 more in a row if he wants to win. Nice, securing the first hit. Dropping the combo, but I think just taking that first bar of meter from Doc is a good situation. I respect Doc going for the back 1 after blocking the down 1, but it's Kettle Khan. He's going to recover from that extremely quickly.
And he crossed up, gets beat clean, 22% damage.
Oh, wow, I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised Johnny didn't try and whiff punish that.
Oh, catch it this time. Get some blocking at least, going to build that bar. Oh, there's the armor break. Good read from Doc.
That's always going to be the strength. That's always going to be the strength of Ronin, though. The ability to armor break in many situations. And now, unfortunately, he is going to spend the bar. He's going to take the round, no doubt. That's going to do a big chunk of damage, but even then, they guaranteed chip afterwards. It's going to do it. Match point Doc, 1 round away from grand finals on the winner's side.
He's been in this position a bunch of times before, but Johnny, again, 1 round down, gets a jump in, doesn't do anything with it, staggers it, but again, good patience from Doc. Oh, doesn't press buttons, thinks he's going to go for the armor.
If you're fighting Kettle Khan, the armor is always the likely option, but again, the advancing double-hitting mid will just go straight through that and enforce those plus frames. He could have got a much more substantial punish than that.
He definitely could, but he's going to get some damage, gets the plus frames. Oh no, Doc disrespects it this time. Another 21%. Oh, no anti-air attempt though.
Pressing a button. Johnny sitting on 3 bars, now down to 1. Getting a jump in, almost getting a clean jump in 1, but getting tagged by the projectile. Jumps on reaction, and Doc is going to play that game just to keep him frustrated in the corner. That forward 3 is such a good tool after recall. Catches backdashes, catches armor.
It's going to be the start of a good sequence for Doc. Gets a good throw.
One
Johnny
more
has
hit
the bar.
tool. Yeah, 1 more hit tool that's left. Is he going to try an armor break? Yeah, he is indeed. I was about to say, like, I really don't think...
Oh, wow, Doc with the disrespect. Do you think there could be some kind of rivalry here, or...?
Do they have beef? Is it because Johnny plays Tarkatan? And he doesn't even go for a fatality. He 100% teabag. I will use all of the time. I will use all necessary time to teabag you until you die of natural causes.
I will say, as an unbiased commentator sitting on the fence, that Doc started it. I don't know the backstory there, but after the first game, Doc gave it a little bit of that down on the D-pad action.
Is it to potentially put the guy on tilt in preparation for grand finals should he make it through?
Maybe.
Sonic Fox does it strategically.
Sonic Fox does it strategically.
If he knows
it could always be the same.
If he knows you're really uncomfortable, he'll do it in a tournament.
We saw Harry Nightmare did it in Season 2, and apparently we saw it and thought it was hugely disrespectful. Like, why? We asked Harry and Cheap Eddie in Season 2, we were like, why does Harry Nightmare do that every time he wins a tournament? And they went, oh no, he's just really happy about it. He's just, he's mashing his D-pad out of happiness because he's just won, $500. He's just got some points. And we're like, oh, okay, I can believe it. Season 1, Cheap Eddie did it. Cheap Eddie gave it the stance change dance. And we're like, is that disrespectful? And they're like, nah, Cheap Eddie's just happy he won. Do you reckon Doc was just like, yeah, I won?
I don't know.
But, I mean, that was quite obvious.
He was against Alien. I do not know. I don't know. I think he was doing well with War God, but just at the end. I mean, the armored reversal was super obvious.
I stand to this day that jumping over a meter burn Total Sword is basically 99% luck.
I agree.
If your bait is to bait that move specifically, the jump is the last thing you should do to beat that move, because you're going to get hit 9 times out of 10 by the returning action, the launching side of it. If you're baiting that move, your action is to block, to stand block. But, that's a risky way of getting over it, but if it works, it works.
Probably not intentional, though. I mean, I very rarely think that whiff is intentional, but it does mean that we have our grand finals. First half of that is decided. Doc will be on the winner.